Hello friends and welcome to the Gamer Down. This is your host, Darkhosis. And Bioware has finally lifted the NDA. They caught me with my pants down because we just had this huge discussion on the forums about the NDA and if you see somebody breaking it. And anyway, I want to show you the character creation today. I want to get a video out. I have like a terabyte of Star Wars The Old Republic video. And this is from the last build. This was when they had the huge beta weekend. So this is what the level of the graphics are at that point. I've heard they've come up a little bit more. Here you can see the different races. You have the Twi'lek and the Meraluka and all that. Yeah, there's let's see, there's 4 races. There's human and yeah, the little horny headed guys. Yeah, I always forget what those guys are called. It doesn't even matter. The Darth Maul guys. Yeah, how about that? Yeah, so I didn't get to show you my original character creation because when I first logged into the beta, I wasn't able to set my video aspects. So anyway, yeah, let's look at some of these classes here. I chose the Jedi for most of the beta, and I'm glad I did. You know, it was a really good experience. And each class gets their own companion. And I had the little robot companion, so yeah, that was pretty fun. You'll get to see all of that. Like I said, I have a terabyte of footage to show you guys. So you can expect tons and tons of Star Wars The Old Republic stuff from here on out. Yeah, it's time to put the Rift stuff away and all that. So, yeah, I picked the Meraluka guys. I thought they looked pretty good. And this is what the females look like. You know, there's quite a bit of selection, you know, with your character creation. But, you know, you will see quite a bit of, like, cloning. Like, hey, that dude looks just like me. I did see that quite often, you know. So, as good as the character creation is, it could be a little bit better. I'm sure that if you probably sat there and tweaked every little aspect of this, you could get quite a unique character, you know. I mean, you have only 3 like body types, like the thin and the kind of middle size, and like the female one, it really doesn't vary too much. You know, you have kind of like the Brigitte Nielsen look, and then you have a little bit more petite, and then you have like your average, you know, size big busted woman. And yeah, you know, they could have done a little bit better, but you know, beta is beta, so you know, they could have quite a bit more selection when the game actually hits the market December 20th. And as for like my beta experience so far, it's been a blast. It really has. You know, I'm so excited the NDA is off now. Here you can see the Twi'lek and the various combinations. You can be the big buff Twi'lek guy here. Yeah, former football player Twi'lek Nielsen. And there's, you know, quite a bit of selection here, you know. But, you know, when you see them in the open world, it's kind of like what I'm talking about. People tend to blend quite a bit, and there's quite a bit of, like, cloning. Like, yeah, that guy looks just like me, you know. And that always bugs me in games, especially, like, games like Rift and stuff. The cloning is off. Everybody looks the same. Let's just put it that way. And it's not as bad as Rift. You know, you can be a little red Twi'lek, little demon-looking dude, you know. I wish they did a little bit more with, like, the little tassel things that hang down from the back. Wish they'd made a few that, like, stood straight up so you could look like the devil. Anyway. Yeah, here's another one of the what is that? The Mirabani race or whatever. Yeah, they're the little diamond dudes or whatever. They have the little diamond tattoos. And, they're a quite unique race. I'm surprised at the races they chose, but I mean, they're all fairly humanoid, and I guess it's just maybe a, you know, design choice because it is a little bit cheaper to use an existing model. I mean, like they can take a smaller model and turn it into a different race. You know, obviously, you know, they can. A lot of games do that, and yeah, you know. Sometimes it has to be done to save a little a dollar here or there. Yeah, you can look like old Grandpa Jones here too as well if you want to. You can look very old or you can look very young in this game if you wish. And like I said, if you do take your time, you can achieve some uniqueness. Here I've just been hitting the random button, so you can get a random idea of what you can expect. I mean, you can look like a samurai old dude from down the block, or you can look like Big Beefcake. Looks like he just got off the NFL Lions bench, yeah. Or you can look like old Dusty McGrufferson, yeah, or a bad Keanu Reeves there. Yeah, there's quite a selection, I mean, you can, tweak your character and get some uniqueness to it. I think what really causes most of the cloning is the outfits. Most of the gear looks quite similar. But we'll get to that in another video. And now that we have looked at the Republic, now let's go check out the Siths over here. Check out the Empire. Yeah, this is what you can expect on the Empire side. And it is a mirror image of the Republic side. I mean, pretty much, the Twi'lek and the Tygonians, is that what they're called? The little Darth Maul guys. I always forget those dudes' names. And I'm sure by the end of it all, I'll have their name ingrained in sand. Yeah, it's pretty much the same. They look a little more evil, I guess you could say. There's more scowls in the character creation. But I'll show you that as well. I'll load up one of the characters and hit the random button, so you can get a good idea of, a large variety of what you can do, with the character creation. And, like I said, some people can spend all day long and just tweaking every single little aspect of their character. And I'm more of the hit the random button and go ahead and get into the game guy. Usually a game, after a period of time will allow you to recustomize your character anyway. But, you should always take your time. Don't go and do what I do just because I say it. You should take your time and make your character how you want it to look from now on out, because you never know when that character customization is coming. People in Rift are still waiting. So yeah, let's hit that random button a little bit so you can get a good idea. Let's look at the body types here. There's like the kind of frail looking guy, and then kind of a mid-muscular type, the average Joe, athletic Joe, I guess you could say. And then you have the big beefcake dude. So this is pretty much the same body types on both sides. There's really not that big of a difference. And here, just hitting the random button, you can get a good idea of the variation, just within this race here. If I went and did every single race, this video would just take forever. It'd be way too long and probably way too boring. We're going to be getting into the questing and all that good stuff. I just wanted to get a video out, and I wanted to show you guys some of the characters that you can possibly make if you're interested in Star Wars The Old Republic, which will be coming out December 20th. Everybody's excited about this game. I know I am. And after playing it a while, I can't wait to play it some more. I'm going to be in the next betas that are coming up in here. I don't want to spoil it too much for myself, and I already have spoiled quite a bit of it for myself. Like I mentioned earlier, I have a terabyte of footage, which equates actually, to like probably 5 or 6 hours worth of footage. Fraps is a hog. But we're going to be looking at all these different things, and as you can see, you can achieve quite a bit of uniqueness with the character creation, and some of the cloning is really related to the gear, because a lot of the gear looks a lot. But we'll talk about that more, coming up when I have more time to elaborate, and I'll show you some of the questing and all that good stuff. So this has been darkhosis for the Gamer Down, and a quick look at the character creation. Take care.